On this episode, we're going to be watching the New England Patriots Blitz pickup versus the Houston Texans in the Divisional Round Playoff Game. So New England on offense, their offensive line, plus running backs picking up blitz. We're going to see a few different looks here. There's about 4 different clips, different looks at different blitzes. Okay, first one up here. All right, we're going to get 5-man protection, back free releasing. All right, Houston's bringing 4 defensive linemen plus a linebacker, or DB in this case. All right, so creating a 5-man rush. And New England scores. All right, you beat the blitz with the pass. There's nobody there in the middle of the field. All right, touchdown run. All right, let's watch the pickup, blitz pickup. Really good job. All right, so let's talk about this for a little bit, okay? You'll be able to see here the quarterback's going to point at this guy, telling the offensive line we're sliding that way. All right, so we're essentially getting 5 one-on-ones now. All right, center sliding to the left, block the nose, guard sliding to the left, block the DN, left tackle block that edge threat. Right now the right guard, you got to post down, okay, to block that 2-eye, and then same thing with the right tackle, blocking that 4-eye, right? So it almost turns into a full line slide, but we're attached to our guys, right? Let's watch how this goes. Nice, really good job. Okay, so let's start here, left tackle spot. All right, he's doing a really good job of setting off that inside hand and setting back square. Boom. Really good job. Love the patience, right? I absolutely love the patience of the left tackle set. Threat of a pick inside, twist. Good, really good job. Nice work. Great job by the left guard, right? It's a really good job here by the left guard. Again, setting off his inside hand because of the 2-eye in this case, right? But he does a great job of setting over quick feet but aggressive hands, right? Boom, gets his hands on him right now. Really good job by the left guard. Good. Good job by the center too, right? Okay, he's setting over to this 2-eye, this nose right here on the left, where it sets over, he gets back a little bit, gets his hands on him. You can see that he's playing with strong hands. Okay. Nice work by the center, left guard, left tackle. Good. All right, now the right guard. A little bit tougher spot, right? Because you got an inside threat. Okay, we got this defender right here. He's going to be like in a 2-eye. All right, so he's got to post down first, staying square. Don't feel like you have to cut off that inside move, but we need to get our feet going forward. You can use your center as help, right, by knocking this guy over to the left, right? But we can't afford to open that hip. Let's watch how he does here. Really good job. I like that a lot. Nice work. Nice work by the left or the right guard. And really good job by the right tackle. All right, so when we're in these situations here, as the right tackle is, yeah, you got to set down first to protect yourself from the B-gap rush, right? But as soon as you set that or shut that inside rush off, there's a chance that now he's going to play back outside, right? So we got to have our feet underneath us and ready to react, and the right tackle does a really good job here. Boom. And now he's able to get back on him when he plays back outside. Okay, they want to bring 5 guys, rush the passer, beat the blitz with the pass. Nobody's home in the middle of the field. We score a big touchdown. Great protection by the Patriots. Let's go. All right, we'll quickly watch it from this angle just so we get a look at it. Love it. This is a little bit better look at this left tackle here. All right, setting with patience, keeping his eyes where they need to be, protecting himself from any type of twist off the inside hand. Good job. Nice. This is 5 guys doing their job in pass protection, winning their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback doing what he needs to do to get the ball in the right place. We scored a touchdown, but that's all because the offensive line, right? All these guys are doing their job, right? Using their fundamental, using their technique, communicating. They're all on the same page, right? Allows this team to score a big touchdown in the first quarter. Really good job by the Patriots offensive line. All right, next one we got up. All right, we got some internal pressure this time. Again, bringing 5 guys, creating 5 one-on-ones on the offensive line. Pretty good pickup. One guy gets beat. Ball has to come out a little bit early. We don't complete it, right? 4 of the 5 guys doing their job. One guy, not so much, and we're about to watch why. But that's the beautiful thing about playing offensive line, right? It doesn't matter if 4 of the guys do their job. If one of them doesn't, then it doesn't really matter, right? So all 5 of us has to be working together. We all have to be able to trust our technique, trust our fundamentals, right? Trust our coaching, and live on the edge a little bit. Boom. All right, let's go ahead and start right here at this right guard spot. Okay, big Michael Wenyu. Not a bad set initially, right? I like his initial set. To this point, he's in a good position, right? And then he overreacts to that inside move. Boom, just this little, watch this step right here, right? Watch his foot right here when he gets that little hesitation by the D-line, how much he overreacts, right? Boom, now he's twisting his hips, his feet are underneath him, overreacts, twisting his, and he has to open that hip and twist, right? He could prevent that by going right here. Now keep the feet in the ground, right? You already got inside out leverage, right? You're in a good position to get your hands on him, okay? Now when he gets a little bit closer, we can use our hands to punch him, and we're gonna be in a better situation keeping those hips and the shoulders square, right? So a little bit more patience in his set, understanding that that guy's got a really long ways to go inside, right? And if he goes inside, you can react with your feet, but stay in this good position right here. That's all you need to do, right? Don't move anymore. Now you're in a situation where you have to flip your hips, get the quarterback hit. All right, so right here at the left tackle spot, again, another good example by the left tackle, okay? Setting with patience, understanding the possibility of twists, right? We get a defensive tackle, right, all the way out here and, you know, damn near a 4 technique, almost a 5 technique, right? That's your defensive, your tackle, right? Your guard's going to set out to him. You can use a little bit of patience, but understand they have the potential to run all these twists out of this look, right? So good job by him being patient, setting back vertical, and then when it's time to go block his guy, he does it with really tight hands, right? Look at that picture right here. Yeah, that's a great look by this left tackle. As you can see, his hands are inside, right? He's got inside hand leverage, his feet are underneath him. He's doing a good job stopping the bull rush, sitting down on it. Nice work by the left tackle. Also a really good job by the left guard here. All right, great job setting out to this wide defensive tackle, understanding that more than likely, right, unless they're running a twist, he's going to be coming to you, right? So you don't feel like you have to jump way out here, lose a bunch of ground. Right? Have a little bit of patience. Really good job by him. Setting with patience. Boom, now he's using his hands and great reaction. I love he shoots that inside hand, but then he's able to almost open that hip up a little bit to go post down, and now he gets back to square, right? Great position to end the rep in. Really good job there by the left guard. Not bad by the center, right? The center here has this defender over him, right? Going to get a little bit of a running start, try to make him miss. He probably has a two-way go, right? You could either go this way, or you could go this way, or right through you, right? So really good job by the center of setting, getting his feet underneath him, picking him up, putting down. Now he gets a little bit high, but he's able to sit back down, right? He's able to sit those hips back down, anchor down, get his hands inside, and prevent him from knocking him into the quarterback. Initially, right here, right, I would love to see him just have tighter hands and a little bit more knee bend, right? He's a little bit high, okay? His hands outside, he gets knocked back, but great job by him. If you watch, once he makes contact and he starts getting knocked back, watch the left arm here, right? Okay, he does a great job of getting it back underneath. He does it with both hands, right? So he doesn't have good hand position at first. He's getting knocked back. He's working to get his hands back underneath. He's working to get inside hand leverage, sit down those hips. Pretty good job by the center. He could be a little bit cleaner initially, but nice work. All right, right tackle position, okay? So sitting here at right tackle against a pretty wide rush, all right? Getting back vertically off the ball and then using his length, right? Right here, he making first contact with his hands, okay? Disrupting the rush of that defensive end. Now it's forcing him to get into his counter move, right? You've made first contact. Now what are you going to do? He just runs around the edge, right? And doesn't even get into his counter until he gets past the quarterback and tries to spin, right? But that's all because of a really clean, silent kick. I mean, there's not a lot of upper body movement, allowing his lower body to do all the work, and then playing with his length, right? Great job being first contact with your hands. Love how he's shooting that outside hand first, right? Protecting himself with the inside hand to catch any type of inside move. All right, good. Now, the one thing that he could work on is right here, right? I love the length that he's playing with, but see how he's opening up this hip and dropping this foot back, right? I would love to see him just keep that right foot about right here, right? Almost step to your contact, keep you square for a little bit longer. Now, this is pretty far up the field, about 4 yards, so there is going to be a time in the set for the tackle to open up those hips and run him by. I would just love to see him step to that contact a little bit more to force that hip to stay square. Good. This is a great example of 4 guys doing a really good job playing with good technique, playing with fundamentals, understand their assignment, and then one guy just making a little bit of a mistake, right? And that's how much it disrupts the whole play. So another 5-man rush. We just watched this one. Good. All right, the right guard can clean that up. He'll be all right. Okay, so we've seen 2 5-man rushes or blitzes, or they're bringing 1 extra guy, 4 defensive line. Again, another 5-man pressure. Now they're running some twists with it too. All right, so a little bit more to talk over. And out of like a 3-down odd look, bringing 2 guys internal. All right, it's a different look of creating like almost like a 5-man front again, right? They're trying to get the offense to get into 5 one-on-ones, right? With these 5 guys in the box here on the line of scrimmage, right? 5 one-on-ones, and it looks like that's what the Patriots did, with a chip from the running back on the right side. Good, you can see all the movement. So they're almost trying to run 2 picks here, right? What they're trying to do, this is a tough pickup, right? They're going to bring him here and then wrap him around. All right, and they're trying to bring him all the way here and then wrap the nose around. All right, so creating 2 different types of twist games. It's important when we get these fronts that we're all on the same page as far as how much depth we're going to get into our sets, right? Especially the internal 3. So both the guards and the center, right? And it looks like they do a pretty good job of all setting back to the same depth. Now they're all reacting to this different movement. Okay, let's start the left tackle spot. I think he's one-on-one, understanding with this guy here, the chances of them running some sort of twist or pick with him are high. So I loved, instead of him setting out aggressively at that defensive end, I love for him just to settle back just a little bit, almost like what the left guard's doing, right? So he's just setting back a little bit, giving himself the ability to pick this up so he's on the same level as that left guard, right? Right here, he kind of sets out at it a lot, right? He's going real there. I'd love for him just to get his feet back, straight back, and just kind of let this all happen in front of him, right? Let the movie play in front of him. He aggressively sets. Now he's getting picked, right? I don't mind this at all by the left guard here. Okay, I think it's pretty smart actually. If you'll see, what he's going to do is just kind of settle back a little bit, right, to give him the ability to adjust or to react to any type of movement that this smaller guy will have, right? So I like that set of him just settling back, has the inside up ready, right, and he's able to get onto his guy. Now this is why it's so important that we get on the same level, right? I think the center could do a little bit better job initially of just setting back a little bit more with that head up zero technique. Sometimes it feels like as a center that we want to, get our hands on him right now. When there's a possibility of twists or picks and all this type of stuff, right? It's better just to set back so you get on the same level as your guard, so that if they do run any type of twist or pick, your guard has the ability to knock it over to you rather than you being in front of your guard. Now your guard's running them into your back, right? And that's kind of what happens here at the center right guard spot. I feel like they get on a little bit different levels, and they're not able to pass this off. Boom, just right there. Not much, just a little bit. I'd like to see that center back a little bit, and that right guard can do a better job right here. The right guard needs to do a better job of, once he gets that inside move, is to knock him over to the center across his face, right? And he's not going to be able to do that if he drops this left foot, right? If he keeps dropping this every time he makes contact on this inside move, he's not going to have much power in his punch, right? And they're not going to be able to pick this up, which they don't here. All right, so center's got to get back a little bit more. Right guard's got to recognize this and try to stay square and be physical with his hands right here. Good. And the right tackle here, he gets paid for this play. Great set. Doesn't block anybody, but it's because the running back gives him a big chip. Boom. That'll work. So sometimes it's not going to look pretty, right? I like, though, how everyone's still working to block their guy, even though they're not doing exactly the right thing fundamentally or technique-wise, right? Continue to work, give the quarterback just enough time to get the ball off, right? And then we can come back to the sidelines and clean all this stuff up. So we're getting on different levels in 2 places here, and this is when it kind of breaks down a little bit. I would say the center is a little bit too tight to the line of scrimmage, and the left tackle is too tight to the line of scrimmage. Both those guys are going to end up getting picked. They need to be on the same level as their guards so we can pass this off. So, however that is, pre-snap communication, or just going through your pre-game study, right, and talking through this stuff. All right, looks like a very similar look. Almost exactly the same. Pressure. All right, again, we're getting that 3-down look. Kind of similar to last time. Right? Creating defensive end. Your nose. We'll go defensive end. All right, and now we got guy walked up in the B gap here, and then another guy who's playing like really wide over here, right? So look how much space there is over on the right side. Okay. Let's see how the Patriots pick this up. Again, they just go like 5-0, 5 1-on-1s. Now the left tackle does a much better job, right? Watch the left tackle here, okay? Compared to last time, where last time he had the very same blitz, right? He set out to it. Now this time he does a much better job of setting back, and watch how the guard's able to knock him over, right? That little difference in his kick of just setting straight back, having the inside hand up, recognizing this. Now that guard has the opportunity to punch him over. Good job by the guard. Good. This is good blitz pickup or twist pickup right here. That left guard, left tackle. Really good job. We're going to get this guy's going to come try to pick the tackle. And now we're going to wrap this guy over here. All right, and they do a really good job of being on the same page, setting back, knocking that over. Good job. And a much better job here at center and left guard, right? Center, left guard, we're going to be dealing with boom, there, to wrap here, okay? Last time we saw this, the left guard, the right guard kind of got beat inside, wasn't able to pass it off. Quarterback got hit late. Now reacts, throws him over to the center, right? Watch the right guard's reaction with power and strength in those hands when he gets the inside move. Knocks him over. Good. Now he's able to pick up that twist. Much better job. Good. And good job by the center, too. Watch how he just gets back off the line of scrimmage. See that? See that the act of just simply just getting his feet back off the line of scrimmage. Now it gives the guard, the right guard in this case, the opportunity to throw the guy across his face to pick up this twist. He's able to pick it up there. Good. Good. Another big chip by the running back on the right side. Right tackle doesn't have to do much. All right. But from left tackle to right guard, everybody using their fundamentals, right? Everyone using good technique. Improvement from the last time we saw this, which was not too much earlier in the game, right? So they recognize the same look from the defense. Everyone understands what they did wrong last time. Now they go to the sideline, get on the same page, and they're able to pick up this blitz. Nobody's hitting the quarterback. Great job by the Patriots. Good improvement in game too, right? Being able to make those in-game improvements, those adjustments, okay? Getting the right tackle, almost getting a playoff, getting a big chip. All right. Left guard, left tackle, doing a great job of picking this up because they're both on the same level. Left guard doing a good job punching them, come back square. Good job. All right. Let's go right guard and center. Great job picking up this twist, right? We're going here with and then around with the nose. Good job by the right guard knocking them over. Good job by the center collecting them. Good work. So I appreciate you guys watching. This was Blitz pickups by the New England Patriots versus the Houston Texans in the divisional round of the playoffs. Saw a few different looks of pressures, offensive linemen doing their job, offensive linemen getting beat, how to correct that. A few coaching points here and there, but at the end of the day, what we saw is when we have 5 guys that are doing what they're supposed to do, they're on the same page, they're working together, right? It gives the quarterback just enough time to get the ball off. When we have one of those players not doing what they're supposed to do, or one guy breaks with his technique or his fundamentals, how it can destroy the whole pass protection. So appreciate you guys watching. As always, like, if you're enjoying these, comment, share. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. Bye.